When a cell doesn't know its connection to its host, it can become a cancer, only concerned with growth, eventually killing the host in itself. Dear human beings, imagine that a benevolent alien consciousness incarnated on this planet as a human being with a mission to document as much of its life as it could and share the truth of cosmic consciousness publicly with the planet. As a traveler passing through, I'd like to share a few things with you that I've learned on my journey that you will not hear in your mainstream news that mainly propagates deception, fear, and separation. You have a grasp of the human part of yourselves, but have yet to gain a realization of the being aspect of yourselves. Your technology has surpassed your spirituality, and the world you inhabit shows this imbalance. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and in truth, there is only one being at the highest level. When I said you are the ocean in a previous video, this was an analogy for this being, this spirit that is listening and watching this video and has served its experience through your physical spacesuit that you call a body. This spirit is eternal and has observed your entire life without aging a single second. You are that spirit experiencing its own creation through your body. When you take away what you think you are, bodies, egos, personalities, labels, and belief systems, what is left? Everyone is entitled to his or her own beliefs, but beliefs can be false. For example, you can strongly believe that an apple tastes like a lemon and be willing to die for it. That doesn't make it true. If you only tasted lemons, you are operating purely on blind faith that they taste the same. The only way that you know they are different is to taste an apple yourself. Your taste buds will tell you the difference, and you will know by experience the truth. You will never be deceived again. It is your own personal work, and nobody can do it for you. A lot of the problems on this planet are caused by the clashing of untrue beliefs that can easily be proved either true or false. You fight over the shape of the leaves versus the truth that they all came from a tree. You will never see branches from the same tree fighting itself in nature. Some polls show that 80% of the world believes in a higher power. They worship this power in many different ways and fight amongst themselves about their deity's will, discounting who is doing the fighting. Few take the time to question their relationship to this power. I will speak frankly since this is my last video of this type. God exists, and you are it. That is good news to some, blasphemy to others, and a curse for those that do not want to take responsibility for their lives and creations. This is the spirituality of the universe, and Earth is being introduced to a greater community, and we need to understand these basics to survive in a larger universe. I'm not telling you anything that hasn't been said in recent times and in ancient times by the mystics and teachers that incarnated here and saw through the illusion. Some of their teachings have been manipulated and edited to control people instead of freeing them, but the truth is there for those that seek. We are all born into this 3D matrix. The matrix is the 3D illusion of physicality and separation, and there are beings that use it to control you and do not want you to wake from it. It can be conquered, but only from within, and nobody can do it for you. I've attempted to show this in many ways during my journey, and we use this visual parable to illustrate. The ocean is God. God wanted to experience itself, so it separated itself in order to do this. This idea of separation being the only truth is the matrix. Since God knows all, it had to pass through a veil of forgetfulness so that it would not know who it was. That way, it can make decisions based on free will. Why? To answer the question of what you gonna do and experience it from as many angles as it wishes. Let's shrink the ocean to a sink for illustrative purposes. Imagine that each hole in this colander is the womb that we all enter the matrix from. Being that our bodies are majority water anyway, imagine each column of water is an individual person. As we pause this moment, you can see how the water could think it was separate, but this is only an illusion as the water never left its source. You can also see that multiple expressions of the same water come through different wombs and interact with each other. You can now see the quantum state of your being in two places at once, being both human and God. Great beings find the balance in both. The people that realize this while on this side of the matrix are called enlightened or awake, and they try to tell the other expressions that they are the same. That's why the guru laughs when you say you don't know who you are. Spiritual leaders are not to be worshiped. God needs no worship, as it is all there is anyway. Why would you worship yourself? The term God is merely used for convenience, and I do understand it is charged and colored with religion in this world. But that term is known in your reality. You can also use all there is if you wish. I love this beautiful planet and see the mistreatment of it due to the ignorance of its inhabitants. But ignorance can be cured with truth and knowledge. There are those that know that this is true and have experienced things themselves. If this is you, you are not alone. And now is the time to shine brighter than ever and let your voices be heard. Let this video be a signal to all of you who are awake and awakening to amplify your voices and not take the back burner to BS anymore.